Good morning, friends. Today I'm going to be doing some freezer cooking. Now, I have not done freezer cooking in a very long time, mainly because I just didn't have time and didn't really think about it. But years ago, when I was young, in my 20s, I would do once a month cooking, believe it or not, and boy, that was a big job. The idea behind that was you spend one Saturday and you cook all day long, and you have enough meals in the freezer for like 30 meals for a month. But that was when I didn't have any kids. I was cooking for a lot less people, and I was a lot younger and had a lot more energy. But today I want to get a few meals put in the freezer just for those days when I don't feel like cooking. And that's happening more and more, where I just don't feel like cooking. So I'm going to get some things cooked up today, and I'm going to bring you guys along. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to make to put in the freezer. Like I said, I haven't done this in a very long time. But I know for sure I want meatballs. So I'm defrosting 3 pounds of meat in my microwave right now. So I'm going to make up 3 pounds of meatballs. I'm going to go ahead and pre-cook them in the oven so that they're already cooked, and I can just pull some meatballs out to add to a spaghetti sauce or whatever I want to do with them. I think I'm also going to make a one shepherd's pie. I'm going to get some potatoes going in my Instant Pot for a shepherd's pie, and I'm not really sure what else I'm going to make today. Oh, I wanted to fry up some meat and season it for tacos. Get a couple of bags of taco meat already cooked and seasoned, and so if I decide I want to make any kind of taco dish, that step is done. I just need to pull the meat out of the freezer and defrost it, and it's ready to go. So those are the 3 things I know for sure I want to make today. I'm not sure what else, so we'll see how the day goes. I'm not going to wear myself out. If I only get a few things in the freezer that's ready to go, that's fine. But we'll see what happens. So here are the potatoes. These are all of the potatoes that I have. And I'm going to go ahead and get these peeled and in my Instant Pot. And when it's close to time to need them, I'll cook them. It only takes 4 minutes to cook potatoes in an Instant Pot. That's not including the time it takes for it to build up to pressure. But anyway, it's really quick, and it cooks them perfectly in 4 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and get these peeled and in the Instant Pot, but I'm not going to start cooking them until I'm ready to put the shepherd's pie together, which probably won't be for a while. For my meatballs, in this bowl I have 2 pounds of ground pork and 1 pound of ground sausage. And I'm wearing gloves because I can't stand to touch raw meat. That's just me. I just don't like it. And to this I'm going to add a little bit of ground oats instead of oatmeal. I didn't want any like flakes of oats to be showing. I'm going to add 2 eggs, some garlic salt, and I don't measure any of my seasonings, I just dump them in, some dehydrated onion, some oregano, some parsley, and some granulated garlic. So I'm going to go ahead and get this on fast speed. I'm going to mix this all up. I'll add the eggs, and then I will get the meatballs on a baking sheet. I will bake them at 350 degrees for 12 minutes maybe. We'll check them at 12 minutes and see if they're done. These are going to be kind of small meatballs, so it shouldn't take that long to cook them. The meatballs are almost done. They're in the oven. I've got this pan heating. I'm going to fry up this meat for the shepherd's pie. So I'm going to go ahead and get the potatoes going in this Instant Pot. So you just put the lid on. You make sure that the thing says pressure. And then I'm going to push pressure time 4 minutes. It's going to come up to pressure and then cook for 4 minutes. And the potatoes should be perfectly done so I can get them mashed up. The meatballs are done. They tested at 180. I always cook my pork and chicken, anything, but basically any meat, to 180. And I'm going to let them cool on this tray. When they're completely cool, I'm going to put them on a clean cookie sheet and flash freeze them before I put them in a bag. If I throw these in the bag when they're not frozen, they're more likely to stick together. I'm frying up this meat for the shepherd's pie. It's still partially frozen, so frying up a little bit harder. And you can hear, I don't know if you can hear, the pressure cooker is coming up to pressure. So I've got 2 more pounds of meat that I thawed out in the microwave. This is just ground pork. That is sausage. This is pork. And I'm just going to fry this up and drain it really well because this pork is pretty fatty. I'm going to drain it really well, probably even rinse it to get rid of more of the fat. And then I'm going to season this up for taco meat. I'm going to just go ahead and put both 2 pounds in a freezer bag because with my family it takes 2 pounds of meat to have tacos and then have some for leftover. I've got 2 more pounds of meat defrosting in the microwave, and I'm going to fry that up as well for taco meat. The meat is fried and drained, and I rinsed it with some water. And I have the heat back on, and I'm going to add these 2 packs of brown gravy mix, 2 packs of brown gravy mix, and 2 cups of water. But I'm going to get the meat coated with this gravy mix before I add the water. I'm going to add my 2 cups of water. And I'm going to let this get a little bit thickened. And then I'll add the vegetables to it to get heated through. And the potatoes are done. I'm just letting the pressure cooker come off of pressure. And then I'll mash up the potatoes and we'll get this shepherd's pie ready for the oven, not the oven, the freezer. Now once you're ready to use it, when it comes out of the freezer, take it out the day before and put it in the refrigerator, let it thaw out, and then you can just pop it right in the oven. Bake it till it's nice and hot and bubbly. So this is bubbling and it's getting thick. So I'm going to go ahead and add a bag of frozen mixed vegetables and a can of green beans that I've drained. And I got another partial bag of peas. Add that. So I'm just going to let all of this come up to temperature, make sure the vegetables are nice and thawed, and you know, it doesn't have to be like boiling hot at this point because I'm not cooking this today for dinner, so this just has to get cooled off before I can stick it in the freezer anyways. So just want to get it just a little bit bubbly. All right, the potatoes are done. They're off of pressure. Shush! And you can see they are perfectly cooked. Perfect. I love using my pressure cooker for potatoes. Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and get these mashed up and get that shepherd's pie put together. So the meatballs are cooled down, and I'm going to go ahead and put them in this plastic container to get them frozen. So I changed my mind, and I'm just going to go ahead and freeze these meatballs in this container. I have one layer down there, and then I took some parchment, and I think this will be a really good way to freeze these. So I'm going to go ahead and get these labeled and ready for the freezer. So I got this package while I was doing my freezer cooking meal, and it's meals, and this came from Kim, and her channel name used to be Hancock Homestead and Gardens, and now I believe it's Kim's Country Corner, but in whatever her channel is, I'll put the link for it in the description box below, and you can check her out. And I got this card yesterday, and this one is from my friend Marcy, and it says, "May the magic of Christmas brighten your days and fill your heart with good cheer." Thank you so much, Marcy. And thank you so much, Kim. You did not have to do this, and it's huge, and it weighs a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up and see what is in this package. I don't know what in the world it could be. Just make a second batch without any chili powder in it. And
Put extra cayenne.
yeah, just a little bit extra cayenne. And maybe a little extra paprika. No, but it'll give it that color that we're used to seeing.
And also,
Well, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Box is heavy. I can't get it. Ah. Well, if it is what it is, I'm going to just pick out. If it is what this box says, I am going to have a conniption. Oh, I need help. Assistance, Travis, assistance. Come pull this box down as I pull this box up. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, pull it out of the way. Now the box says that It's a Wonderful Life Christmas Village. But let me see if that is actually what's in here. I think it is. I think it really is. Oh my goodness. I think it is. Oh my goodness, Kim. She knows how much I love It's a Wonderful Life. There's a police car. Oh, I have this box sitting on a thing that moves. Probably wasn't a good idea. Here's a snow blanket and some snow. I'm going to set this box on the floor because I'm afraid it's going to fall off of that stool. I can't believe this. It is. It's, oh my goodness. Oh, Kim, you shouldn't have done that. What? I'm going to have to find some place to set this up for the rest of Christmas. All right, I'll be back when I get all these pieces out of these boxes, and I'll show it to you. So there is the Wonderful Life Christmas Village. I put it up on my plant stand. I cleaned off a shelf, and it is so cute. Oh my goodness, the roofs are so sparkly. There's Bert's police car, and there's Ernie's cab, and this is their house, 320 Sycamore. There's the Bailey Building and Loan, Gower Drugs, and there's Martinis. It's so, oh, I'm just absolutely thrilled. Kim, thank you so much. And this will be on this shelf every Christmas from now on. I just absolutely love it. My friends are so special. I just, can't get over it. Thank you so much, Kim. And I'll come back tonight when it's dark, and I'll take a little bit more video of it when it's dark outside. I also got this card in the mail today. Isn't it beautiful? I love those birds. This is from Connie from North Carolina, a subscriber of mine. And then on the inside it says, wishing you a season bright with cheer and a home warm with love. And that's her little dog, Carson. Isn't he cute? Such a cute little guy. Thank you so much, Connie. It's 1:30 and I'm doing really well. I've got all the meatballs are done. The shepherd's pie is done. These are 2 pans of taco meat, and I'm just going to let them cool off a little bit longer and get those in bags for the freezer. And I've got 2 more pounds of meat that just got done in the microwave, so I'm going to get busy making the next thing. All right, now I have 1 pound of meat in this skillet and 1 pound of meat in this skillet. I'm going to get this fried up, and I'm going to make this recipe. I've never made this before, but it sounded really good to me. Tasty hamburger skillet. So I'm going to get these put together, and these will be 2 more freezer meals. And then to this meat, I added a small, in each pan, because I'm doubling this recipe, I added a small chopped onion and then some of my frozen chopped green pepper that I had in the freezer. So I cook this all up till the meat's all done and the vegetables are soft. And then I will drain this before adding the rest of the ingredients. So now I fried the meat, drained it well, put it back in the pan, and then to the pan I added 1 can of diced tomatoes, ½ a can of corn. It called for a whole can of corn, but Travis doesn't like corn, so I didn't put as much in. A can of red kidney beans. This frozen thing here is a little bit of tomato paste, salt and pepper, and 2 cups of water. So you just mix all of this together and you cover it and let it cook for about 20 minutes or until the rice is soft. And then I will transfer it to a freezer container. And so that's what's in both of these pans. So then when you heat it up, when you're ready to heat it up and use it, you just thaw it in the refrigerator overnight, stick it in the oven, put a little bit of shredded cheese on the top, stick it in the oven till it's nice and hot and bubbly. I've only got one more recipe I'm going to do today, and that's going to be enchiladas. I'm going to make a double batch of that. One batch for our supper tonight, and the other batch to go in the freezer. Well, there are the 2 tasty hamburger skillets, they're called. And they're still steaming hot, as you can see. So I'm going to let these cool down completely, and then I'll get those in the freezer. And I'm going to get started on the last thing I'm going to make today, which are the make-ahead enchiladas. Here is the filling for the enchiladas. And so I'm going to get set up over there and put you on fast speed while I fill the taco shells. Here's the pan for our supper tonight. Here's the pan for the freezer. So for the pan for the freezer, this is how you freeze it. You just put them in here just like this, and then when you're ready to eat them, you make the enchilada sauce to pour over it, and then you put cheese on it. It's only 3 o'clock, so it's too early to get supper in the oven. So I'm just going to stick this in the refrigerator for now. And in about an hour, I'll come and I'll finish this off and get it in the oven for our dinner tonight. This one, as soon as it's cooled down a little bit, I'll get this in the freezer. I will show you what our supper looks like with this finished enchilada dish tonight. There's the enchiladas hot out of the oven. I don't know that I've ever had enchiladas before. I hope I like them. I hope the family likes them. They smell good. And I used Olivia and my dairy-free cheese on the top. And look at the condition of my stovetop. Oh my goodness gracious. You can tell I've done a lot of cooking today. And that has got to be scrubbed tonight. But luckily, I got some of this to use, and it should make it a much easier job. Much better. And here is that beautiful It's a Wonderful Life village all lit up because it is now dark outside. Thank you again, Kim. It's a very, very special gift, and I will cherish it. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope it helped you guys out in some way. I was able to get a few things in the freezer for a rainy day, as they say, and so I'm happy about that. Thanks so much for watching, friends, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.